Finn Shadowflame. In the vast, whispering meadows of his homeland, where the grasses sway like the breaths of ancient spirits, Finn Shadowflame dwells in quiet harmony with the earth's endless song. A seeker of shadows and flames intertwined, he roams the sun-dappled paths, his days filled with the simple rhythms of gathering wild herbs under the open sky, mending the thatched roof of his solitary cottage by the murmuring brook, and watching the stars emerge like fireflies in the velvet night. Here, in this ordinary world of earth and sky, Finn feels the pulse of life beating through his veins, one with the wind's caress and the river's eternal flow, unaware of the mirrors that hide worlds beyond his own. One fateful evening, as the twilight weaves its golden threads across the horizon, Finn stumbles upon an antique mirror, half buried in the roots of an old oak, its surface shimmering with an otherworldly gleam that defies the fading light. As he brushes away the moss and dust, the glass awakens, rippling like a pond disturbed by a falling leaf, and a voice, ethereal, calling from realms unseen, whispers his name, pulling him toward portals of enchantment that shatter the veil of his familiar existence, thrusting him into the unknown currents of adventure and mystery. Drawn by the mirror's hypnotic allure, Finn's heart races with a tempest of awe and trepidation, his ordinary fears clashing against the wild curiosity that has always burned within him like an unquenchable flame. He pauses, fingers trembling on the frame, visions of shadowy realms flashing before his eyes. Yet in that moment of doubt, a resolve ignites, fierce and unyielding. He steps forward, embracing the call, deciding to cross the threshold into the enchanted portals. For in the vast democracy of the universe, one soul must venture where others fear to tread. Through the mirror's gateways, Finn journeys into labyrinthine worlds of crystal forests and floating isles, where challenges forge his spirit like iron in the blacksmith's fire. He friends Ilara, the swift-winged guardian of the windswept peaks, whose counsel teaches him the harmony of surrender and strength, and clashes with Thorn, the cunning shadow weaver of the underworld caverns, whose trials strip away his illusions, revealing depths of resilience he never knew. With each trial, the riddle of the whispering vines, the chase across starlit voids, Finn grows, his soul expanding like the boundless prairie, embracing the interconnected web of all existence in his evolving odyssey. At the heart of the mirrored realms, in a colossal chamber where reflections twist into tempests of light and darkness, Finn confronts the Guardian of Portals, a colossal entity born of fractured dreams and forgotten echoes, whose rage threatens to shatter the fragile balance between worlds. With flames of inner courage blazing, Finn weaves the lessons of his journey into a symphony of defiance, clashing in a whirlwind of shadows and illuminations, his voice rising like a democratic anthem against the chaos, until the Guardian yields, the climactic fray yielding to the triumphant pulse of unity restored. Emerging from the enchanted mirror, Finn returns to his meadow home, the brook still murmuring and the stars wheeling overhead, yet everything transformed by the echoes of his voyage. The grasses now sing of distant realms, and his cottage walls seem alive with subtle portals of memory. Changed, he walks the paths with a deeper wisdom, sharing tales with wandering souls like Mira the herbalist and Garrick the storyteller, his ordinary world enriched by the infinite, where the flame of his spirit burns brighter, forever intertwined with the grand inclusive song of the cosmos.